Now, while the Indian Army has lodged a strong protest in Poonch in Delhi, Chief of the Armed Forces General Bikram Singh said that India reserved the right to retaliate and has confirmed that the attack on the Indian soldiers was in fact pre-planned by Pakistan. The question really is if the Indian government will be able to follow up with diplomatic aggression now.
My heart especially goes out today to the families of two soldiers who were killed on the 8th, who were mutilated, their bodies were mutilated after that operation on the 8th by the Pakistani regulars. It was a gruesome act, most unpardonable act. We have lodged a very strong protest in this regard to the government, to the DGMO, and this is being taken up today. Alongside this act, it defies all logic. It's against the very principles and rules of engagement. It is against the very ethics of soldiering and professionalism. And therefore, in very strong terms, we have taken up this case with the government of Pakistan, through our government. You would have heard the statements of the Raksha Mantri, you would have heard the statement of the Minister of External Affairs. The DGMOs have conveyed this during the DGMO talk, and this morning, this afternoon in fact, at 1 o'clock, when we have this flag meeting today at the Brigade Commander's level, this again is being put across, being launched, protest being launched in a very strong manner today. I wish to clarify a few aspects, ladies and gentlemen, with regard to this incident, because we've had varying descriptions coming about on this incident. The first thing I wish to highlight is that there was no operation undertaken by the Indian Army on the 6th, as alleged by the Pakistan Army. And this has been covered widely, they've been talking about it, but having ascertained from ground, it's with conviction that I'm telling you that no operation was carried out by the Indian Army on the 6th. The other thing about blaming one of the commanders, that there was a commander who was very aggressive, and as a result of this, this has started. Well, I expect all my commanders on the line of control to be aggressive and offensive in the face of provocation and firing. I don't expect my commanders to be timid. And from that point of view, I think the commanders on the LC are doing a great job, and their morale has to be kept high. Response, which so-called alleged response, or as being portrayed by Pakistan, that it was a response to our operations on the 6th, was premeditated and pre-planned. If you see the sequence of events, it very clearly emerges that it was a pre-planned activity. They blame us for this operation on the 6th night. On the 7th morning, their DGMO calls up our DGMO, and he calls for a DGMO talk, which of course manifested on the 7th. They pass on a demarche to our diplomat, to our High Commissioner in Islamabad on the 7th. They launch a media campaign, trying to portray us in poor light and saying that we have launched the operation on 6th. And within about 50 hours, they launch this operation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, such operations require time for planning and execution. The execution very fact is taking place, but this kind of operation requires detailed reconnaissance. And they are blaming us for this in Uri area. The operation has been launched south of Pir Panjal in Mandar area. In other words, their troops were poised for this operation. Pakistan was only looking at, the Pakistan Army was essentially looking at justifying, legitimizing this action. So therefore, this entire information campaign which was launched by them, which is based on lies, has got to be understood in the correct perspective. As far as our stance is concerned with regard to this, I must tell you this, that it's an operation at the tactical level. And as you know that in the war fighting arena, there are various levels at which these kind of operations are undertaken.